This question is about energy flow. In food chain, the least efficient energy transfer is the plants absorb sunlight because only 2% of solar energy will be absorbed by plants. In the link between consumers, there are still 10% of energy can be transferred to further higher consumers. Hence, the correct answer is D. This question is about the relationship in the food chain. If producer does not have enough nutrient to grow, the quantity of producer decreases. This will cause the primary consumer decrease in large amount. Thus, the correct answer is A. This is the survivorship curve questions. Curve A is type 3 survivorship, B is type 2 while C is type 1. The question required to find correct statement. 1 is correct because type 3 has the high mortality rate at the early stage of life, hence it needs high reproductive rate to increase survive rate. Type 1 organism will produce J-shaped population growth curve because they have long lifespan since the molarity rate decrease when age increase. So, 4 is also correct. Example of type 2 including hydra and squirrels. 2 is also correct. Type 1 such as human has a high survival rate at early stage and hence is more adapted for competition to each other. 3 is correct statement. Hence, the correct answer is D. This question is to determine the example organisms that exhibit K strategy. K strategy has the general characteristic of low number of offspring, late reproduction rate, long lifespan, large body size and require parental care. Hence, the correct answer is B. This is the quantitative calculation questions. It requires to know the formula of density. The formula of density is given below. Based on formula, total number of species in all quadrants are 40. Total number of quadrant are 10. The area of a quadrant in meters square is 0.25. By using the formula, the density of Imperata cylindrica is 16. The answer is A. This question is determination of density-dependent factors. The factor that will influence by the number of organisms is density-dependent factor. Hence, C is correct answer because severe drought is not influenced by number of organisms, it is influenced by environment. This question required to find the correct statement of ecosystem. Phytoplankton is a plant that act as producer, 1 is true. In food chain, the last consumers will obtain the least energy, 2 is false. 3 and 4 are true statements. For 3, ecosystem is an open system and for 4, heterotrophs is the organisms that cannot produce food by itself. Hence, the correct answer is C. There are missing line in this question which contain the fifth horizontal line with 58965. This question is about quantitative question. Total number of species in 2500 meters square in 25 quadrants is 125. To calculate total number of plants in 10,000 meters square, 10,000 divide 2,500 times 125 will get 12,500. Hence, C is correct answer. This question is about energy flow. In food chain, the higher trophic level organisms will obtain less amount of energy from lower trophic level. Since they only can obtain 10% energy from the lower level and other 90% energy is loss. Hence, in every trophic level, the energy is loss in large amount, and only little energy can transfer to further trophic level. Thus, B is the most suitable answer. This is the energy flow calculation question. It is given that only 1% from 12,000 is the net plant production, which is 120. The primary consumer will obtain 10% of energy of 120 from producer, which is 12. The secondary consumer will obtain 10% of energy of 12 from primary consumer, which is 1.2. Hence, C is the correct answer. This is the quantitative calculation questions. The students should know the density and frequency of species formula. The formula are shown below. For density, total number of species in all quadrants is 337. Total number of quadrants is 15 and area of one quadrant is 1 meter square. So the density is 22.4. For frequency, number of quadrant that contains species is 15 and total number of quadrants is 15. So, the frequency is 100%. Hence, the correct answer is A. This is the density-dependent factors question. It requires to find the correct statement based on the diagram. Food supply from producer means the producer will act as food supply to the consumers. Based on the diagram, when producer increase, primary consumer population also increase and vice versa. Hence, the correct answer is A, which 1 and 4 are correct statements. This is the quantitative calculation question of capture-recapture method. The formula is shown below. Total organism in first sample is 150 and second sample is 420. The marked sample is 14. The population in 5,000 meters square is 4,500. However, the question require 100 meters square. Hence, the population in 100 meters square is 100 divide 5,000 times 4,500 equal to 90. Thus, the correct answer is B. This is the phosphorus cycle question in biogeochemical cycle topic. The reservoir of the cycle mostly are in rock. Hence, the correct answer is B. This is the biogeochemical cycle question. The cycle that does not involve an atmosphere is phosphorus cycle because it will not exist in gas form in atmosphere.